Little Miss Recap contains adult language and is intended for entertainment purposes only. Hi everyone, welcome to Little Miss Recap, the podcast where everybody's crying. Wow.
People felt things this week.
I felt things this week.
I almost sort of felt things too. I mean, I didn't, but I almost came close. I forget who in Backdoor Friends was like, even my cold dead heart felt things. And I was like, ooh, we'll see what happens.
Well,
and I felt things, but I didn't cry.
People were assuming that I was a mess. I wasn't a mess.
Okay.
Because Chris was a little much for me. I felt for Ashley.
I felt for Ashley a
lot. Because I've been there. I've been in that exact position.
Where you think you're ready, and then you're like, nope, not really ready.
And you can't stop crying.
And you act a fool. Except he didn't even act a fool.
No, he didn't. He didn't.
God, he's hot. I'm kind of glad Jacob's gone. He was really annoying.
Jacob went on below deck, apparently.
Yeah, apparently he's now on below deck. So folks, go over there if you need some Jacob fix.
Which you don't.
I found him annoying. I found his immaturity about Barbie really annoying.
Oh, we're going to get into that. That was ridiculous.
Oh my God.
Ridiculous. Guys, just a reminder that Virgin River's going to be late. I got to figure something out about that. So it will not be in your feeds tomorrow, but I am working on it. So it will be coming.
It was like, no, it's Friday. This drops tomorrow.
This drops tomorrow. Yeah.
I'm on the right day now.
Also, hopefully you loved our live. I mean,
was it last night amazing, Amy?
Hopefully it went great.
I think it will.
Amy didn't screw up any of the tech.
No, it'll be fine.
I do think live business lady meeting on air. Mm-hmm. I do think we need to do a little bit of a dry run later this afternoon, maybe just to make sure we're good.
We're tested.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that.
Okay. Are we ready? Because these MILFs don't watch themselves.
These MILFs do not watch themselves. These MILFs are paying your mortgage. Let's go.
Let's go. So MILF Manor, the year the MILFs paid my mortgage.
Is that a better movie or worse movie than My Baby's Wearing My Doctor's Face?
Might be equal to.
Okay.
Yes.
Guys, I'm telling Amy, if we ever have a lull, we have to cover My Baby's Wearing My Doctor's Face.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I don't even care actually about the movie. I just want to say the title as many times as
I kind of care about the movie.
I kind of do too. But
I need to see what's
the title
going on.
that gets me. Yeah. Okay. MILFs.
Okay. MILF Manor Season 2, Episode 6, Failure to MILF. Okay. Here's a question.
Yeah.
Whoever named this, are they just watching Matthew McConaughey movies at this point?
They're all Matthew McConaughey movies. Maybe that is we're that specific in our theme.
I'm trying to think Dallas Buyers Club, so we could have Dallas MILF Club.
MILF Buyers Club?
MILF Buyers Club, that's better. Dallas Buyers MILF. He was in a movie called Milk. No, that's Sean Penn. But what was the Mud? He was in a movie called Mud.
He was.
They could just call that MILF.
That's true. That's true.
With an exclamation point.
Milk is such a good movie.
Milk is a fantastic movie. And that's my other boyfriend, Sean Penn, who's all dirty and I love so much. He's like he's probably in the top 5 for me. I know. Take a minute. Sit with that. Let that wash over you.
Can you share Janet's last name with me? I just want to
never. Wouldn't it be
share
so
some things with
up?
her?
Wouldn't it be so fucked up if you found out Janet never existed? That I was never going to therapy?
Then that is its own reason you need therapy.
Yes.
If you're making up your therapist, you need therapy.
Oh my God, that would be diabolical.
It would be amazing.
God. Okay, so let's start with, we open on Barbie and Chris in the hot tub, okay? Hold on.
Oh, went away.
Oh, yeah. Barbie, I'm liking you. Oh, Chris, are you getting a bony?
Okay,
what?
You're a grown-ass woman. We're not using the term bony.
I'm not bony. Now, Barbie. If I was, it's not happening now.
Also, if anybody has misophonia, I apologize for that kissing sounds. Not from Amy, but from Chris and Barbie, because
it's bad. She killed any chance of him getting a boner.
With the word bony.
And he's like a 19-year-old kid. He should be able to get a boner over watching the Pope walk out on the balcony.
Exactly.
I mean, anything.
It's not a high bar for him, I doubt.
No. Look at that Pope.
I love hats like that. Boing! Look at the Pope mobile.
So the boys are. Oh no, wait! I'm jumping ahead. Sorry. Chris and Michael tell the camera, "Oh, my son will seal that deal in the hot tub. He will seal the deal." Chris is like, "Yeah, I will, Dad. Yeah, I will." It was weird.
It was weird. I don't need my parents to be that much involved in my dating life.
My parents know nothing about my sex life. Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And I prefer to keep it that way.
They
don't even listen to the podcast.
As far as your parents are concerned, you had sex one time.
To conceive my children.
Conceive your children. That's it. My parents also had sex one time.
To conceive you.
That's it.
Nice. My parents only had sex twice.
Right.
So the boys are filling Lynette in on the fact that Jacob's lips happened to graze Barbie's on the beach in what he's calling a kiss.
Oh, good.
And I wrote, "Oh my God, the scandal." And Lynette kind of is playing the role of the house mother here.
I love Lynette.
She's
love her.
Mary Pod. She's going to be on Mary Payne's podcast.
Yes. We're going to have to talk a lot during the live show about Danielle
being single. We will.
And her crisis bangs.
Yes. So Lynette is like, "What? You mean they can't? What? They can't?"
What?
Again, not getting all the facts. So then Jacob demonstrates on Lynette. And she's kind of like, okay.
Okay, that's not.
You could see her even being like, okay. So Stacy and Crystal are heading off to the fire pit. And she tells the camera, "I don't know why he won't fuck me. What the hell's going on here? I don't know.
What is happening here?
I don't know." She's like, "I don't know if he has someone at home or he just needs time. There's got to be stuff we're not seeing."
Yeah. Because as far as we have seen, she has said, "I'm into you." And he's like, "Yeah, me too." That's it.
And as
is
far
she
as
expecting them to start fucking on the lake beach?
I don't know. But as far as we have seen, they've only been at MILF Manor less than a week.
Oh, yeah. We're not months into this. In my mind, Stacy is not moving slow.
No, me either.
He's getting to know people. And he said in his little talk, we'll get to his talking head.
Yeah. Okay. So she tells him, "We have a bond and we are true to one another. So if we had a problem, we would tell each other, right?" He tells the camera, "With Crystal, I'm trying to communicate because I got divorced due to a lack of communication." And I wrote, the grand irony here is, did you tell her that? Did you communicate
that to her
about the communication to her?
Did you say to her, "I'd really like to get to know you and we can learn about each other, talk to each other before we bang. Ooh, bang. Before we bang." I don't know where that come from.
Wow.
I think I was going to say bunk. I don't know.
What are you doing?
I don't
know. The
know.
nomenclature of Little Miss Recap is bang.
I'm sorry.
Do not go off on your own and create bong.
Stop trying to make bong happen. I'm sorry. I had like a real quick stroke. I'm back.
It's early.
It's early.
It's early. No, I understand.
Yes.
So now they're asking each other. She says, "Do you want a marriage or are you just looking for a life partner?" And I wrote, she is fucking stunning.
God, she is gorgeous. She is gorgeous. And she is someone for whom that short hair.
Oh my God. She could pull it off. No problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So she says she would get married again. But, if the person that she was with didn't want to make that kind of, she'd be cool with it if they didn't want to quit. No, she wouldn't. No, she wouldn't. No, she wouldn't.
You're a cool girl in it.
I'm here from the future to tell you she would not be okay with that.
Crystal, you're trying to cool girl it. Don't do that.
I am Crystal. Crystal is me. You can't. No, we don't operate that way. Nope. So in the house, Chris and Barbie come in and Joey's like, "You need to talk to Jacob right now, Chris." Now, Chris is wearing a shirt that's unbuttoned and the Canadian Speedo.
Mm-hmm.
That Speedo's hanging out for dear life.
That Speedo has seen some shit.
You know how they say there's certain things you shouldn't do naked? Like you shouldn't put air in your bike tires naked because you have to bend and crouch.
Okay. I was like,
yes.
Like, is there some safety thing? Okay, no, got it. I'm
it's just super unflattering. You shouldn't change a tire at all naked.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. Yep.
There's certain things you shouldn't do in a Speedo, like break up a fight.
Yeah. But he was wearing the ramen Speedo
he
shirt.
did have the ramen outfit on.
Yes, he did.
Aw.
He's cute.
Oh, ramen.
I know. Sorry you hate us.
So he says, I have to tell Barbie to stop macking on people. And he tells her, you would do this for me. Okay. So this is Joey, right? Yes, Joey.
Mhm.
So Joey says, I was told you initiated a kiss with Jacob today at the beach. And Barbie's like,
Get the fuck out of my face.
Jesus Christ. Are you fucking kidding? So Barbie does what I do sometimes, which is fly into an irrational rage when someone is mad at you for something stupid.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't help the situation because you're flying into a rage. But you're just so mad at the stupidity of it.
Everybody here is not acting great. Everybody here is acting full. I also think Barbie was kind of drunk, which
Barbie
didn't help
me,
the
I was
situation.
Barbie. Yeah.
Did you see into her soul? Did she see into your soul? Is this a carol?
100%. Barbie screaming from the balcony, you're a liar, was a move I would pull.
Okay.
Yes. It might probably late 20s, but I would pull that move. Okay.
Let's remember she's 45, 46, but okay.
Exactly. Yeah. Yep. So she says, I'm not here for this drama. Tell them to figure it out. And she walks away. Jacob tells us, you can tell Barbie has the energy here of a mother who's broken up many fights.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yep. So Jacob tells Chris, look, dude, you're my bro. So I want to tell you that Barbie asked me to kiss her on the beach today. And I don't want this to be taken the wrong way. I just wanted you to know. And Chris is like, oh, thanks. I had no idea, but I've done worse with girls who've had full ass boyfriends. So I'm fine with this. A kiss, I can work with that, he goes.
No big deal.
Chris is chill.
Chris is fine.
So now Joey comes on over. Mm-hmm. Joey is living for the drama.
Mm-hmm.
Correct?
Mm-hmm.
So he comes over and he butts in. And Chris is kind of like, this is between me and Jacob. And the fact that you jumped in is theatrical.
You're all theatrical.
Oh, boy.
Also, can we talk about how beautiful Joey's eyes are?
Yes. Mary Payne has the hots for Joey.
Well, that's clear.
Yeah.
His eyes are so pretty.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Yes, Joey has beautiful eyes. I agree with you, but he's way too young.
He's way too young.
Mm-mm. Not into him at all. No,
he's just really cute.
So Joey, the best part is Chris is like, this is theatrical. And Joey's like, yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, dude.
Well, then stop.
Now my girl comes out and she's fighting and screaming. She is a little firecracker and I'm into her. And she's telling Joey, you're a fucking hypocrite with Christina and Kelly. And we get footage of him making out with both of them.
Right.
Chris is in his Speedo, pulls her into the house. The Speedo's flopping around. And he's like, this isn't you love. This isn't you love. First of all,
yes.
Don't put your hands on me. Number 2,
don't call me love. Don't call me love in this situation.
And don't call me ma'am. Well, I shouldn't say that. I'm okay with ma'am.
It depends on the situation.
Because I'm not somebody who's like terrified of growing older. Like I'm an older hag. I don't care. Whatever. This meatball is aging by the minute. And that's fine. That's fine. So I'm okay if a kid calls me ma'am because they're trying to be polite at the store or something. I'm fine with that.
Yeah. I just like it when people card me. It doesn't happen often.
Yeah,
well, it happens at the grocery store because Wegmans requires it. But
yes. Yeah. Because we're in Pennsylvania, guys. And it's
y'all don't even know how difficult the liquor laws are.
It's ridiculous because it's puritanical.
It's puritan. It's all based on Quakerism.
Yes. So you can't, true story, you can't buy a case of beer at a grocery store here.
No. And until 10-ish years ago, you couldn't buy beer or wine in a grocery store
at all.
Period.
Yes.
You can't buy a hard liquor there. I know there are states where you can.
Up until 10 or 15 years ago, you couldn't buy beer or wine on Sunday.
Oh, true. Everything was closed on Sunday, but you couldn't buy a 6-pack. You had to buy a case at a beer distributor.
Okay. Yes. At a beer distributor.
Yeah.
Yep. But they were closed on Sundays.
In Pennsylvania, if you were going to throw a party, it was a two-stop trip
situation.
You had to go to the beer distributor and then you had to go to the liquor store, which is owned by the state. So everyone calls it the state store.
Yes.
Yeah. It's all
all
weird up in here.
It's a whole thing.
You also can't buy cars in Pennsylvania on Sunday.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm. Car dealerships are all closed on Sunday.
Pennsylvania's weird.
We're a little weird.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the kind of entertaining news that you get.
Anything y'all want to know about the Keystone State, we got you.
Yep. So, okay.
The state flowers laurel.
Oh, it is. Okay. So Barbie's screaming and Chris is wrestling her into the house and he's going, like I said, he's going, this isn't you, love. This isn't you. And she goes, and I wrote, this is exactly her.
Mm-hmm.
This is exactly Barbie. Mm-hmm. This is a Friday night for Barbie.
This is, yeah. She's a lot of drama. She's a lot.
Yeah.
I like her, but she's a lot.
She says to Chris, get your fucking boys under control. And she walks away. She's not here. She, like me, is not here for the, this isn't you, love.
Right.
Like, no. First of all, you're 20. You're going to call me love?
Right.
No.
Second of all, get your hands off me. Third of all, y'all are acting a fool, so I'm going to go upstairs and drink my wine and watch my murder shows in my dorm.
You can
in my bunk bed.
You can only call me love if I'm in the Caribbean, you're behind a bar.
Okay.
And you're trying to get a better tip and I'm drunk and drinking real sweet shit that I'm going to regret the next day.
Yeah, then absolutely.
It's perfectly appropriate. You want Tom Cruise cocktail me? Go ahead. Mm-hmm. Oh, what bar? What island were they at in cocktail? Jamaica.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I just Googled where does cocktail take place? And it came up New York and Jamaica.
Okay, there we go. Okay. I'm sitting here like reading Wikipedia.
You had an Amy's mother's moment. So I'll say my mother will go, how old is Taylor Swift? I know I've told this story before. Instead of Googling how old is Taylor Swift, she will Google Taylor Swift and then she'll begin to read her life story.
What are you doing? I do the same.
Okay, so cocktail takes place in Jamaica. That's where I need to go. And I need to go in 1988. So can we get the DeLorean ready?
We'll go right back.
Go right back.
Got it taken care of for you. Can you actually walk off in an indignant manner and go back to your bunk bed dorm room in MILF Manor and drink your wine and watch your murder shows? Can you have an attitude walking back to that room? You know what I'm saying?
I think so. Like a real smug and walk right past that Rilfie room that's rocking.
Right. If the Rilfie rooms are rocking, don't come a knocking.
If the Rilfie rooms are rocking, go get some water because somebody's gonna need water in there. People are.
Sometimes you got to take a water break. I mean, who amongst
people need to be hydrated in the Rilfie room. I'm worried. I'm worried for Polly Walnuts. He needs hydration. He needs some skin cream, some sunblock.
He needs sunscreen.
Jesus.
Yeah. He's real tan.
He's real tan. Okay. And then you walk by and you faintly hear, hey, I'm working over here through the door.
Hey!
Bada bing, bada bing. Hey everyone, stay tuned. Little Miss Recap will be right back after these words. Outside, Joey's like, Barbie is bugging, bro. She is bugging. And he's doing a confessional. Joey is doing a confessional, and she's screaming liar off the balcony. And I'm like, this is my girl. I'm into her. I'm 100% into her. She's
got some good energy.
She's a fun drunk. She's an agent of chaos. I'm into it.
Yeah. Barbie's my favorite of the MILFs. No, Lynette is my favorite MILF.
If I were not a straight person, if I were on the spectrum of sexuality,
you'd be into
more
Barbie.
So than I am, where I'm at. I would be. Barbie is my girl.
Okay.
I'm going to find her and we're going to live happily ever after.
I don't know if you're her type, but okay.
She'd be like, guys, I could do a lot better than this. What's going on? Who's showing up at my door? This girl who talks about MILF Manor on a podcast has an above ground pool that she can't get to turn clear. By the way, pool update. Okay?
I was going to say, how is the pool work going? Okay.
So the pool has filled up now. And
did we level it? Were we successful in that?
Okay, so here's what happened. So the one side that we are concerned about has now been leveled.
Okay,
and
good.
Holding, okay,
good.
But now it seems to have exasperated. Help me,
exacerbated.
The one corner that was sinking. So now it's real sinky.
Oh no!
But the good thing is, if you fly out of the pool that way,
you're not going to hurt yourself.
You're not going to fly off the cliff.
Oh, okay. Then you're fine.
So we're good.
Will you fly into the cliff on that side? Like what happens?
No, you'll be okay. You'll be okay.
Cool.
So here's the sitch though. So I put shock in it and I didn't realize we had filled it with well water. So an oxidation process happened because there was a lot of iron in there. So it turned bright brown.
Oh,
immediately.
Okay.
So I had to go to the pool store. I had to spend $14 on chemicals to get the iron out. So that's where we are now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Amy versus the pool. Last summer it took me, I want to say like 3 or 4 weeks to get that pool clean.
Okay.
So here we
I'm
go.
looking forward to coming up and maybe flying off a cliff in your pool.
Okay. Sounds
Okay.
good. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. So in the bedroom now, Kelly and Christina are debriefing about Drunkle and Connor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Christina says Drunkle's okay, but I'm into Sam still. Like, why am I calling her Christina?
Zelda. Yeah. What is happening here?
Zelda is into Sam. She can't. Drunkle is ineffective.
Drunkle does not distract her from Sam.
No.
Is Sam really into Zelda though?
Drunkle didn't really drunkle this week. We need more Drunkle next week.
I need him to be more chaotic than he is proving to be.
So Kelly goes, I'm so excited for you. Okay. And then Kelly says she wants Connor to kiss her. Okay.
I don't want Connor to kiss. Well, I might want Connor to kiss me. I don't want Connor to kiss Kelly.
No. So Chris and his dad are practicing boxing out in the yard because Chris is an MMA fighter, in case you didn't know.
And he's dumped women for it, Amy, in case you didn't know.
Yeah. And
his whole body is ripped to shreds. Jesus.
I know. He's got a great
body.
I
know. I don't find him attractive, but woo.
So his dad's like, how'd the date go? And Chris is like, oh, yeah. Woo, woo, woo. I ripped it up. I'm like, nice. Okay. So then Chris is like, we had some drama last night, but we're both very expressive. So it's fine. It's okay.
No, you all acted a fool because you're children.
Yes.
That's what happened. It's not fine.
So now Ashley and Stacy are chatting about divorce. This was wild. Let's just talk about this scene.
This scene to me, as I was watching it, I was like, this feels similar to the scene in Seeking Sister Wife with Shane and his buddy Charlie. Like, it's these men having real conversations.
I was here for this.
I was too. I'm like, can we get a whole show of Ashley and Stacy just talking about shit?
And it was,
first of all, they're both gorgeous.
It was interesting because you have two cultures, right, that are traditionally not, they don't allow themselves to be emotional or feel sensitive, right? So like, or express those feelings.
Right.
They feel them, but they don't.
To be effusive.
Yeah. So you have a black man and you have a British man.
Mm-hmm.
The person who was the least emotional through all of this was Paulie Walnuts.
Yes. But even he was like moved by this conversation.
But Ashley and Stacy, it was.
Ashley's sitting there crying.
So Ashley says, my former wife was my world and I didn't see it coming. Now, questions. Okay, I have lots of questions.
Yeah. What really happened here?
Well, I was like, do you ever really see a divorce not coming? Yeah, I think you can. I think you can be blindsided by a divorce.
Unless you're my ex-husband and then we've been going to marriage therapy for 6 months and then I tell you I'm done and then I proceed to have to break up with you like 5 times over that weekend because you just weren't getting it.
Yeah.
Not good. Not good. It was a bad weekend. Let's put it that way. Bad weekend.
That sounds like a terrible weekend.
It was a terrible weekend. The aforementioned friend who calls me kiddo, I sat in my bathroom with the shower running so no one could hear me going, John, how do I make him realize we're getting divorced? What do I do? And he came up with the brilliant idea of ask him what's happening. Make him say the words.
Okay.
And that helped.
Okay. I might need John as a phone a friend.
John's a good phone a friend.
Yeah. Yep.
He's a real good phone a friend.
So I'm of two minds of this. Like, part of me is like, he must have done something. But then she could have done something too. She could have met somebody she fell in love with. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
And
or she could have been one of these women who's like, he doesn't communicate. And so I'm not going to communicate. So all this resentment just builds and builds and builds instead of using your words and fixing the problem.
I think too, like, some people can be pretty naive about marriage and think we're married, so we're legally tied together and we have to work through anything. So even if we're having all these issues, we're married. We have to work through it.
Right. We're not giving up.
And maybe she was like, no, we don't. No, we don't.
I don't want to do this anymore.
Right. So either way, he was blindsided. I don't get the impression that he was a dog.
I don't get the impression that he was a dog either. I feel like if he were really a dog, that Jacob wouldn't be so supportive of him.
Right.
Because, you know, what was it like the first episode where Ashley says to Jacob, like, it's going to be weird seeing your dad, like seeing your dad with someone else. Like, he seems
Yeah.
very thoughtful, and
He's
those
very, yeah. He's a
two are
good dad.
he's a good dad, and those two are
Mhm.
really tight.
Absolutely.
It's very
Absolutely.
sweet.
Seeing this was refreshing. Like, I'm like, MILF Manor is healing wounds. Don't send me to therapy. Send me to MILF Manor. I'll work it out.
You'll be fine.
Okay. So he starts to cry, and Polly Walnuts is like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Ooh.
That has to be tough. And Ashley says, we spent 24 years together. We raised 3 kids. He's crying so hard he can't even speak. I have been in this position where once you let it go and
You
start
can't
crying,
stop.
you can't stop.
This is why I don't like to cry, because I'm always afraid that'll happen, and then it'll be 6 weeks and I'm still crying.
Oh, this happened to me at work when I was getting divorced. I went into my
Oh.
boss's office to tell him, like, here's what's going on. I'm getting divorced. I just want you to know. I immediately broke down. I was only 24. I'm only 24. So I started sobbing. No,
Right.
was I 26? I forget how old I was.
And I was still young.
I was young. And I was sobbing, and I could not stop then. Could not stop. For days it went on, Amanda.
Oh, yeah. Been
I
there,
remember
done
at
that.
one point, like, climbing under my desk because I had my own office and just crying under there, hysterical, and then trying to gather myself because we were in a TV station, and so we had clear windows
Right.
in my office.
Right.
Yeah.
So you just didn't want everyone to see you crying. So you hid.
Correct.
George Costanza napped. You hid to cry.
I did not have my desk built out to accommodate my nap. So Polly Walnuts is like, take a break, bro. Take a break. And Ashley's like, the connection just disappeared, and rebuilding that feels impossible. I remember feeling that way too.
Same. And here's the thing that my boyfriend Ashley needs to remember: he's not gonna have the same thing on day one.
No,
that he felt like he had it at year 24. Like,
you don't want to be me trying to grab my ex-boyfriend and stuff him into that mold of being a husband and bringing him lunch and dinner, and he's like, what the fuck's happening?
And then the neighbor has to kick you out of the party for partying with the teenagers.
You don't be me, guys.
No, don't. There's a lot of ways you might want to be Amy in relationships in that way. No. No.
Trust me. No. No, it was interesting. And he says, I would have worked through it with her, but she didn't want to. And in a joint confessional, Ashley says, I was a broken man. What? And he can't even get through the sentence.
I know.
And Jacob's patting his shoulder and he's going, it's okay, Dad. It's okay. Okay, now I want to talk about this next part. Ashley says, I had a heart attack last year and it was because of the stress of the divorce. Now, I know many of you are going to think, oh my God, it's like Cam and his ticka from Married at First Sight.
I was going to say, they broke Ashley's ticka.
Here's the difference. Cam was married to Claire for a week.
And was 30.
Claire did not cause his heart attack, okay? This may have been brought on by all the stress of breaking up a 24-year marriage and a family and everything else.
And he's older and all of that. Yeah. No.
So I am not coming for Ashley on this.
As soon as he said that, I was like, oh no. God, she broke your ticka.
Oh no, she broke your ticka. So, all right. So he had a heart attack and he says, Jacob was the only one by my bedside. Is Jacob an only child?
No, he has 3 kids.
Oh, that's right. Duh. I just read that sentence, literally.
Yeah.
So we don't know if the other kids are near his bed. Okay. So this could change things.
It could change things. Or
if the other 2 kids are girls and they don't talk to him,
that says something. Or they could just be like at university when this happened. And like I think the fact that Jacob was the only one by his bedside, he said that to say my ex-wife didn't come.
Yes.
It's not about what kids showed up. It's about the fact that his ex-wife didn't.
I would listen. If I had a heart attack and one of my girls was by my side and the other wasn't, I would take every opportunity to malign the one that wasn't on national television. Okay. I'd be like, I had a heart attack and P was by my side. And you know where Samantha was? I don't. She wasn't by me. And I would like stare right into the camera while I was doing it.
Don't know what happened to Samantha.
Okay. So he says, Jacob was the only one by my bedside, and that's a lot for a young boy. And my former wife was not even there. And then he goes, so I'm really not open or ready to have my heart broken again. Now Stacy's turn. Stacy says, I opened up and I became vulnerable with my ex, and this is what happened. So it's going to take a lot of time. And Stacy's getting choked up.
Stacy is also getting a little dusty in the face.
Yep. Polly Walnut says, the only way you could do that is to learn to be okay getting hurt again.
Mm-hmm.
And I wrote, there's really not a lot of wisdom in that statement. It's kind of obvious.
It is.
Yeah.
It really is.
He took like an internet, like an
A meme.
Instagram quote and threw it at them.
Yeah. And called that marriage therapy.
So now Drunkle gets a message. Drunkle says, instead of challenges, you ladies will have a chance to take your relationship to the next level. You will sext the person you're interested in. From the Rilfy room. Live from the Rilfy room.
This was amazing, Amy.
You will send your pics to whomever you're interested in. And Chris is like, okay, sexts. I get 95 of those one day. Kelly Mac's like, what is a sext?
She wasn't even saying sext. She was like, what is a
sexting?
Sexing. Yeah. That's what she was saying.
Kelly Mac is me. I'm Kelly Mac.
Yeah. Kelly Mac has no idea what the hell's happening here.
This was an amazing segment brought to us by the brilliant producers of MILF Manor. I don't know who they are. Once we give the EGOT to Seeking Sister Wives, we need to then run over to MILF Manor. Listen to me. MILF Manor. And give them the second place. Okay.
I support that.
Now, Zelda and Kelly have become really good friends.
I don't like this.
I don't like Zelda at all.
I don't like Zelda and I don't like Kelly. I don't like Disco Mommy and I don't like Zelda.
They're cool girl in it. And they're like, can we take the selfie together? And somebody yells off camera, it's encouraged. Whatever.
Shut up.
Whatever. So Kelly tells the camera, this is hard for me. And then she's like, psych, no, it's not. I'll sect whoever wants one. So Lynette has to give Kelly Mac a lesson on how to do this. And she's like, Kelly Mac is so smoking hot. She has to use that body. I mean, it's better than a 20-year-old. That body's not naturally.
No, nothing about Kelly Mac's body is natural. Kelly Mac has had a lot of work done. She's fine.
She's in shape. Like she's in great muscles and stuff. So I guess she's
one of the many Pilates instructors, right? I feel like four of them are like Pilates instructors.
Yeah.
She's got a banging body. Also, I'd like to take a really quick pause. I know we had the cocktail moment back there. Brian Brown was in Cocktail. Why do we keep talking about movies with Brian Brown?
Wait, what are we talking about?
We talked about something yesterday that had Brian Brown in it, and then Thornbirds had Brian Brown.
Oh, so he was in Cocktail and Thornbirds?
Yes, he was the friend of Tom Cruise who tried to teach him how to run a bar, and then he killed himself.
Whoa, trigger warning.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. Let's see. He was in Thornbirds. He was in...
Is this Brian Brown corner?
Yes, it might be. Okay. I don't know. We talked about something yesterday that also had Brian Brown. I just feel like he's coming up a lot.
At the end of this episode, let's chat briefly about couples therapy because we started
Okay.
Sure. All right. So Kelly Mac takes a photo. It's tasteful. She's got her little... I mean, I don't care. Be nude. I don't care. Whatever.
I don't give a shit.
But it's a nice photo.
It is. I think it was fun for her to play with the cowboy hat and just,
Yes.
Great.
She sends it to Crutches. Crutches almost falls right off the couch. He's like, whoa!
Crutches almost breaks his other leg.
Crutches goes, I would fall off my crutches right now if I were on.
If I could walk, I would walk right up there. But I can't, so I'm going to sit here.
Lynette claims to have perfected the sext.
Good girl.
Lynette's annoying. I know you like her. She's annoying to me. Stop trying to win everything.
Okay.
Let Barbie be alone. Barbie's the winner.
What I like about Lynette is that she has all of this confidence without 17,000 hours of plastic surgery.
That's true. That's
what I like about her. She looks like a woman of her age. She looks incredible.
Okay, you've won me over.
Okay.
Barbie's still better, but okay.
Okay.
So she says, I was in my hoe phase and I got real comfortable with my body.
Great.
Good for you.
Can you teach me how to be that comfortable with my body, please?
So I think she's topless, right?
Yeah.
And she sends it to Paulie Walnuts and he's like, whoa, mamma mia.
I loved how when all the men got their text, they had to stand up and walk away.
I know.
And they're like, oh.
You know what, though? I was kind of glad they did that and didn't show them to each other.
Yeah.
That's what I was afraid was going to happen.
Yeah. No,
I think what we saw, all the men went away.
I was going to say.
Drunk was like, look it.
From what we saw, all the men were respectful.
Yes. So Paulie Walnuts does mention, I've gotten my share of these.
Of course you have.
So now the boys talk about how weird it is for their dads to be flirty around them. And I just wrote, I don't know why I wrote this, but I wrote, Sam is like, Crutches is a menace. I think he thinks his dad is like real fucked up.
His dad is, if Crutches were not on crutches, I think he would be tearing this place to shreds. Yeah, I think he's a problem.
I think you're right.
He's a problem, but he's got a clipped wing. He can only do so much. So he's got that look of like, I'm a dog. I'm a real dog under here, underneath my nice face.
So Crystal's in lingerie. She's stunning.
She is stunning.
Stacy gets a pic. They're hot. And he's like, I need to excuse myself.
I need to go to an interior room, please.
He doesn't know how to respond, and he wasn't going to respond because he gets these all the time.
Of course he does.
And Polly Walnuts is like, no, dude, you have to respond. She's up there. Polly Walnuts is like, yo, I'll show you how to woo the women. This is what you do.
She's up there getting vulnerable, taking her clothes off. You got to tell her how she feels. Polly Walnuts is real into vulnerability.
Clearly, Polly Walnuts. I'm here for him.
I am too. But clearly, vulnerability is like his therapy word of this this trip.
Yep. He found, you know what? He found a Instagram account. If it's not made already, maybe we should consider this, called Vulnerable MILFs. And it's just a bunch of MILFs talking about how vulnerable they are and sharing quotes about vulnerability. So
that would be Polly Walnuts spank bang.
He thinks this is what he needs to apply to MILF Manor. Okay. So Stacy says, most of the time I don't respond. To 17 of the 20 I get every day, I don't respond.
Who's got time for that?
Barbie says, I'm going to send a silly picture because I've done really sexy stuff. And we see, like, what do they call that? A centerfold? We see centerfolds of her.
Oh, yeah. Because when she was a stripper.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. I almost had to excuse myself to it.
She is your girl.
She is hot. And so she pulls a Mary Brown and she grabs that banana.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. She sends it to Chris and Chris is like, whoa! His little Canadian Speedo Maple Leaf grew 3 times that size. She says, I'm attracted to Chris's goofiness. I feel bad for Jacob, but it's unfair to lead him on. Mm-hmm. And then I just wrote, oh my God.
I'm glad she didn't sext both of them.
Me too. I just wrote, oh my God, what is Zelda doing? She has a lab coat and she has glasses. What is happening here? This is weird. She's weird.
Make her go away.
I don't like her.
Go away. I don't like the fact that she looks like Zelda. I don't like her personality. I don't like the fact that she's friending Disco Mommy. I'm not into any of this.
In a confessional, Crutches assures his little boy that if Zelda doesn't love him for who he is, then she's not worth it. Okay. Zelda sends the same picture to Drunkle and to Sam. So I don't think she realized the error of her ways. She has saved Sam. We don't care. We want Drunkle. We want to see Drunkling it up here. Yeah. I want to see Drunkle just causing all sorts of havoc.
And then falling off the jet ski.
Yes, and then going away. I want him to be humiliated publicly. So Kelly is, oh God, I don't know if she's wearing her skin or if her skin's wearing her. That is what's going on here. She's contorting all sorts of ways. Her skin is like.
This is going back to Matt Mars. Looks like the dragon coming out of Khaleesi's castle. Yeah. Yes.
She has on a tutu and a glitter bikini. And she sends her pics to Joey and Connor. Joey tells the camera, I'm the number 1 draft pick, right? I'm the number 1 draft pick. Nobody beats me. And Polly Walnuts like, yeah, son.
Get it.
Okay.
I'm going to need you both to calm down a little bit.
Okay, so the people who didn't get one are Miles, Ashley, Jacob, and Michael. Mm-hmm. Now it's nighttime. Kelly gets a text.
Can I say that until Chris and Michael were boxing, I forgot Michael existed.
I know, me too.
I completely forgot he was on this show.
He's just kind of wandering around in the back like an older sage man. Like, I'm just going to give advice. And I'm here for you if you want to talk.
He's kind of the Morgan Freeman, just wandering around saying really wise things and then leaving the room.
Yes. He's like Morgan Freeman in Shawshank.
Yeah. Very similar.
Mm-hmm. Very similar. Did you notice that Kelly Mack and Crutches are holding hands at this thing? Mm-hmm. They're holding hands. They're into each other.
They're a couple.
So if you received a message, Kelly announces, you'll stay. So Miles, Michael, Jacob, and Ashley have to leave. Ashley tells everyone, "Thank you for having me, but I'm clearly not ready." And he starts sobbing again. I wrote, "Oh my God, this is Amy. Amy Archer. This is me." So Chris and Michael are sobbing now. Chris is like, "We got to have fun, Dad. We got to do a striptease together." And Michael's going, "The memories.
When he said we got to do a striptease together, I was
fantastic. And I just imagine
how is this happening?
Looking back over the memories from MILF Manor, we get a little montage, and then you see Ashley jerking off the crotch.
What I would like in the montage is it to be flying like Polaroid photos throughout the time at MILF Manor. Crutches with his pants down around his knees because he can't get up.
But Chris is taking this real hard. Real hard.
Really
He's devastated. I'm like, dude, you will see him again. Your dad is not going to perish at MILF Manor.
In a week, you can go home and he'll be there waiting for you with your milk and cookies.
Oh my God, it's wild. Okay, so now Chris tells the camera, when I was growing up, my dad really struggled to take care of us and feed us. Mm-hmm. And he was a really good dad, and I'm doing for him now. So I'm imagining that he's making pretty good money at these MMA fights.
Yeah, probably.
We need to look him up and see if he's a successful MMA fighter.
Okay, go ahead. You talk. I'll take care of this.
I gotta wait until you find an answer because
I'll have to put my glasses.
You can't miss a minute of what I'm saying.
Sorry, I have to put my glasses back on. Okay.
So,
my glasses are hurting my eyes. Chris, MILF, Manor, MMA fighter.
I almost spit out my coffee.
Do we have a last? Chris Riley. He's got 21,000 followers.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no. Is this it? Nope. This is a different dude. Oh. Nope. Different guy.
Okay.
Meet the men of MILF Manor. Chris and Michael. Okay, that's not helping me. I don't care about that TLC.
No. Here we go. Okay. I'm on Reddit, so let's see.
Okay, an unimpeachable source of information.
I'll cut this. I'll trim this down.
Okay, that's fine. Let's see. Oh boy. On Screen Rant, we have the quote, Christopher, 27-year-old MMA fighter and a model who's open to all kinds of women. I love my Hispanic women. I love my Asian women. I love my thick women, my slim women, my white women, my black women.
I don't know who this guy is.
I don't either. And he's the second youngest kid. Jacob was the oldest. Crutches is the oldest man.
Oh.
Michael's 51. The rest are 54, and Crutches is 57.
We don't know who this guy. Okay, we're back, guys. We can't find him, so he
no
can't
idea
be
who he
a
is.
huge MMA fighter.
No, I guess not.
But maybe regionally.
In the Midwest, region number 6, Chris is the best MMA fighter.
Did I ever tell you that when I was divorced? This is a whole story I'm not going to get into, but I was dating this guy in a local band.
Okay.
And he used to have this t-shirt that said, "I'm in a promising local band."
Nice.
I loved it so much. I feel like Chris runs around with the t-shirt like
I'm a promising MMA
fight. Yes. Okay, so Miles and Stacy are now talking, and Miles like, "I didn't need love because I found the love I was missing from you here."
Okay.
Wow.
If nothing else good happened on MILF Manor, these two beginning to repair their relationship was worth the entire show.
How dare you say nothing good has happened on MILF Manor?
No, I said if nothing good happened at MILF Manor.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Yes. So he says, Stacy says, "I'll do everything in my power to be a better father." And they're crying. Now, Amanda, there are certain moments that stick out in your mind as a parent. Okay. Letting go of your child's hand when they first walk into that kindergarten classroom.
My mom still talks about it.
Yeah. Watching them get onto the school bus as a little more independent tween, maybe. Handing them the keys to the car as a new driver. Dropping them off at college or their first apartment. Putting them in a van to leave MILF Manor because no one has sexted them is probably right up there.
I think it's really on the list.
This is a poignant moment
in their lives together.
Yeah. So Stacy puts them in a van and they drive off. Okay. So
stupid.
Jacob, I wrote Jacob hugs Barley. No, he doesn't. He hugs. Okay. So Barbie takes Jacob against her bosom and he is sobbing and she's like, I'm so sorry.
If I knew that this meant you had to leave, I wouldn't have made that happen.
Correct.
Basically.
Correct. Yeah. But she's like, I would have sent you a sext if I knew this was going to happen.
Right.
Oh my God.
No.
Okay. So
meanwhile, she's like, pat, 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 pat.
Yeah.
Pat,
she's like, what am I doing?
Why
she's
am I comforting this
her
child?
life choices.
Yes.
So Lynette is all in with Anthony. She's like, do you think that Rolfie room's being used tonight? He's like, why? You want to go? You want to go? You want to go? And she's like, I am falling for this guy. And I wrote, no, Lynette, no. He's literally, okay. He even admitted in the interview with Mary Payne, he's here to promote his business.
I know, but still.
I don't want her to get hurt, and she's going to get hurt.
She is going to get hurt.
Paulie Walnuts is not here for love.
No, he is going to hurt.
He's a good guy, but he's not here for love. No. So next time on, the challenge involves watermelon and handcuffs, and I think that it involves the men eating watermelon in a suggestive manner.
I think that's what's going to happen.
And that's
it's going to be a problem.
Okay. 2 new women come in and they are shaking things up.
Who the fuck are these people?
I don't know, but
I don't like the consistent introduction of new folks.
Here's what I think is happening. I think there's a production team somewhere, right?
Okay.
The producers of this. They're just in like somebody's basement. They're just doing bumps of coke. They're like, Drunkle didn't do what we want to. Get the next thing in. Get the next people. They're just throwing more things at the wall to see what can happen. Tony, get the tiger. Send the tiger in. Like they're just, whatever flies.
Is this like Ed Harris and the Truman Show, just kind of controlling everything?
Yes.
Got it.
Yes.
Got it.
They're just like throwing whatever they can into there. Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Or
All
Stanley Tucci in Hunger Games. Controlling the whole game.
I can't watch Hunger Games.
Why?
It's too violent.
Oh, it is pretty violent.
It's teenagers hunting each other. I can't.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Can't do it.
It's very good books though. Well,
yeah.
The first book was really good. The second book was okay. The third book, you can tell, like, oh, she signed a 3-book deal.
Well, I saw,
and I have to get through the last.
I saw the first movie.
Okay,
so I'm basing my decision on having seen it. It was a good movie, but it was disturbing for me.
It was. Oh, it's real disturbing. Yeah.
All right, Amanda, we've come to the end of MILF Manor. So we've come
to the end of MILF Manor.
Okay, let's talk couples therapy. Our girl Orna is back.
She is back. She also has a little braid in her hair with like some string in it. I love her.
I love her dog.
Oh, I'm into her dog. I'm into her dog on her lap flopping around.
Oh my God, me too. It's good. So the theme she picks, if you guys don't watch couples therapy,
first of all, what are you doing with your life?
It's on Showtime, but I somehow get it through Paramount Plus.
Yes, it's on both.
Because Showtime, do they have their own app anymore? I think they're like going away.
I don't know.
So I buy the Showtime package through Paramount Plus.
Okay.
And I do it just for Yellow Jackets and couples therapy. I'm going to be very honest.
Oh, yeah.
So in The Affair, I may have rewatched The Affair 15 times. So couples therapy is real life couples.
And
who
apply to be on the show.
And be
therapized by Orna.
Therapist is Orna, and she's amazing. And she picks a theme kind of every it may not be obvious at first, but usually a theme emerges. And the theme I think she's talking about is childhood trauma.
I think so too.
Here, because she's talking about, but although I did see an interview with her and she was talking about, this was interesting. She said, one thing I like to explore this season is how partners deal with their partner's otherness. So like, it's one thing to deal with your otherness,
right?
But then how do you deal with how your partner's otherness shows up?
Interesting.
And I was like,
I like that.
Okay, that's interesting.
So
it's really good so far. We have a polyamorous couple. Like there's 3 of them, I think, right?
3 of them. Yeah. It's a man and 2 women, but it's not a throuple. So the 2 women are not romantically involved.
Right. And they all have other partners.
Yes.
So it's relationship anarchy.
It is relationship anarchy.
Yes. Which
you can have other partners and you can have other partners and not be doing relationship anarchy. Relationship anarchy just basically means there's no hierarchy. We just kind of do our thing. These guys are a little hierarchical, but it's starting to come apart.
That's why I think they're in therapy.
They were hierarchical, not necessarily by choice, but just by circumstance, because one of the women travels for work all the time. She's in the circus, which
she's
awesome.
in the circus.
I love her.
I love her too.
Actually, I like all three of them.
Me too.
But now that she's going to be much more local, it's now impacting the relationship that he has with his other partner.
Yes.
It's fascinating.
We have a same-sex couple.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have and one of the partners in that couple identifies as Two-Spirit, which is really interesting. Did you get to that part yet?
Not yet.
Okay,
not yet.
Really interesting.
Okay.
Because we don't see that a lot represented on screen, so I was happy to see that.
No.
And then the other couple appears to be a heteronormative couple. And
this is not good.
It's not good, guys.
It's not really good.
So I think I want to say I only watched 2 episodes.
Okay. I started the second one and then talked.
Okay, that's where the Two-Spirit comes out.
Okay.
Got
it.
So I've only watched 2 episodes. So we've only met those 3 couples, I think, so far. So, but it's so good.
It's so good. Oh, I love her so much. I looked up her price per hour.
Oh no. What is it, Amanda? Tell me.
Guess.
$1,000.
$800.
Wow. Worth every penny. She probably has a waiting list 10 years long.
You think Janet has a long waiting list?
Yeah.
Orna's got the list of all time.
Yeah. Oh, I need to get in there somehow.
Let's pretend to be a couple and go on couples therapy.
I'll be like, look, I'm just over here podcasting, trying to pay my mortgage, and this one wants to go on MILF Manor all the time. And I don't know how to stop her.
We can talk about our podcast drama or something. I don't know. But yes, let's create a whole story where we get to go on couples therapy.
Okay. No, she does put call outs though for the show.
Oh yeah.
And I don't think you
have
pay.
to apply to be on the show.
You don't pay.
No, I don't think you pay, nor do I think you're paid to be on the show.
No, I don't think
so. I think the payment is
the therapy.
Yeah, exactly.
Guys, check it out. It's amazing.
It's really good. Amazing.
All right, everybody. If you haven't already, please consider supporting the show. You just go to Supercast, Patreon, Apple subscriptions. Some people have asked me, like, what is the best way to subscribe? Patreon is the preferred method. I can interact with you more there. You know what I mean? Supercast, I kind of hate Supercast, but it's fine. Supercast. It's easy, so people use it. Yeah. Apple is super easy too, but you don't get to pick a different tier. You're just at the $8 tier, and that's it.
And you can,
which is fine for a lot of people.
Yeah, I'm really loving the fact that there's folks on Patreon who every episode are chit-chatting about it. It's awesome.
Yeah, me too. Also, leave us a review, 5 stars only. And that's it. Why don't you tell everybody where your Substack is and how they can read it?
Oh, God, I wasn't even prepared for this. So, yeah, I've started my little Substack. I'm in the process right now of repurposing some content that I've written before. I also am noodling on a couple of things I want to write, particularly after watching Your Fat Friend. Some things I want to say to the world. It is at amandalipnigraydell.substack.com. Yes, we did have to just pause to look it up because I didn't remember, which is fine.
And I put the link in the show notes.
Thank you.
So people can just
appreciate it.
Boop, click on there.
Just come on over, say hi.
We forgot we're doing our mailbag too this week.
Oh, yes, we have mailbag on.
God, we have a lot going on.
We've gotten more questions, though, which is good.
We did. Yeah. So, guys, mailbag is going to be once a month on Patreon, $8 and up. You can just ask us, whatever you want, and we'll answer it, hopefully.
I was expecting more like dirty sex questions, but no.
Send Amanda all your sex questions. She loves to answer them.
I do.
If you're in a hot tub and you're making out with your partner and they say, "Do you get a bony?"
No.
Write to Amanda and ask her how to deal with that situation.
Yeah, I'll help you through that. I'll give you a script. It'll be fine.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Amanda, thank you for your time.
My pleasure.
And we'll see you guys soon.
Take care.